What's going on, you diabolical dickheads? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm your host, Dimitri. I'm a stand-up comedian from Melbourne, your resident wine snob, and a content creator. This is not wine. This is an energy drink. You could say I'm the cock of all trades. A full bag of dicks, if you will. When deciding what to write a video about this week, came across this movie called After Ever Happy. And let me tell you, the marketing for this movie would not leave me alone. It literally haunted me every step of the way.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck? What? I'm finding these everywhere, man. Oh shit. What the fuck is... What? What is this? What the... So on my research into this movie, I found out that it's actually the fourth film in a series that were based on books that were originally based on fan fiction of Harry Styles by this woman, Anna Todd. I think my brain just shit the bed. So I thought this week I would try and understand the phenomenon of After. First, let's talk about the author, Anna Todd. Gonna be honest, unremarkable. She goes by Imaginator 1D on Wattpad, and that's literally Imaginator One Direction. More like Unimaginator 1D. Am I right, lads? What the fuck? Pick a better screen name, dude. I've seen better screen names on Xbox Live, and they were really racist, and that's saying something. She was also born in Ohio, which is arguably the worst state ever. The only famous person I know that was born in Ohio is Neil Armstrong, you know, the cyclist. In 2013, Anna Todd read 50 Shades of Grey for the first time and thought to herself, I'll take that as a challenge, and began to write 50 Shades of Grey but worse, based on her favourite manufactured boy band, One Direction. In 2013, when she began to write the book, she wrote it all on her phone, and it shows, because the writing is really bad. And then in 2019, the first film was released. So After is a romantic drama, which initially made me quite optimistic about this review, because, you know, in my younger years, I have a soft spot for a romantic story, you know, dramatic South Korean K-dramas, or, you know, cheesy American rom-coms, or Top Gun, for example.
Let's go! Okay, I down!
That being said, what is this thing even about? It follows our two protagonists, you know, main characters, Hardin and Tessa. Hardin is a brooding bad boy with a mysterious past and way too many vices for a 21-year-old. Tessa is a goody two-shoes straight-A student whose guarded world opens up when she meets Hardin for the first time. As I stated, I was really pumped to jump into this story, but that had to be the worst 120 minutes of my life, actually. The book, somehow, even worse. Let's talk about the characters for a bit. Shall we address the erection in the room? Hardin. Sounds a bit like hard on, don't you think? That's rather unfortunate. While you're at it, why don't you just call him Throbbing Morning Wood, or call Tessa Engorged Hooded Clitoris or something? I mean, what the fuck? Hard on, quite frankly, is a cunt. One of the worst characters I've ever read. When he and Tessa first meet, he breaks into her dorm, reads her copy of The Great Gatsby, and then after he's told to leave, he just reviews her copy of The Great Gatsby, like, to her. Like, bro, that's fucking weird. What are you doing? And then there's Tessa. Throughout the entire book and movie, she's constantly slut-shaming, like, everyone in the book. She's also always trying to, like, change Hardin. And Hardin's no saint, but it's not her job to change him. It's a massive savior complex, and it's so fucking toxic. Anna Todd has also clearly written herself in, which is a really common thing for fan fiction. but it's also really worrying because Tessa is like one of the most like toxic characters in the entire book, and it's really telling about Anna Todd's personality. There's also Zed, who's like kind of like a manic pixie dream boy, and that's quite progressive of Anna Todd considering everything else. Zed's whole purpose in the script is so that Tessa has something to do while she and Hardin are arguing. She goes to Zed, goes on a date with him, almost kisses him, and then we return back to our regularly scheduled toxic relationships. We also have Molly, who's also there. Molly is like what Zed is to Tessa, but for Hardin. Molly is also like a really boring excuse for a character. She doesn't do anything and just serves as like drama fuel, which is a thing that exists now. I mean, like all of these fan fictions are just, they're the same. They read the same. There's also Landon, who is there. Landon is kind of like that friend that everyone has in their friend group, who kind of just tags along and no one really knows why he's there. I have an ungodly amount of experience being that friend. Don't ask me why. Anna Todd recycles her characters out of the same cardboard she actually cuts them out of. The writing literally made me want to dropkick a dog. One thing that I want to bring up is the eat out section, and it's one of the sex scenes. So it's when Tessa's receiving oral for like the first time. And I'm going to read it to you. So the excerpt reads, Hardin I moan as his tongue and he gently in the hard muscles. Oh, Hardin I breathe and he me, sending the vibration straight through my legs stiffen and I while I think that's enough of that. But like, seriously, what the fuck was even that? So what I believe is happening is that Tessa is discovering that she's found out that she actually has a clitoris. And Hardin he already knew, which is quite suspicious. Something doesn't add up. The writing here sucks. Another part of the book that I want to bring up is Anna Todd just doesn't understand how the human subconscious works. So throughout the book, Tessa's like aware of her subconscious happening, which is fucking impossible, might I add. And there's this one particular line that demonstrates it. Nothing, I just missed you, that's all, I tell him. Oh, and I cheated on you last night, my subconscious adds. That's not how that works. You're just remembering. I don't think you understand how overpowered that is for her to understand when her subconscious is acting. Like, are you some omnipotent god? But again, if she was like an omnipotent god, wouldn't she know where her own clitoris is? I want to look at one of the chapters in the book. So it's a whole chapter, and it really just breaks down all of the problems that I have with this book. The chapter in question is chapter 60. So for this scene, for context, Tessa's at a party at a frat house. She's walked in on him kissing Molly, and they're supposedly together at this stage, and she gets really upset and she storms out, and Hardin chases after her, and then they argue in the street, and that's when the following events take place. How dare you? You kissed Molly. She's a massive slut, lol. Yeah, but you kissed Zed too, fuck me. Yeah, but you kissed Zed too, so it's all your fault. Still sorry though, lol. Also, I'm very mad that you didn't tell me about this party. I didn't tell you because I think you're kind of boring. Still sorry though, lol. Oh, so you thought you could just come out here and say sorry and I would just continue being your secret little girlfriend? Oh, you thought we were dating? 'Cause we're not. How dare you? I am finished trying to date you. Until 2 chapters later when I go back on this statement and immediately start dating you again. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Tessa leaves. And then Hardin, but wait, I love you, lol. Do you see how dumb this chapter is? So this chapter exhibits everything that I have a problem with in this book. It exhibits the toxic relationship that Tessa and Hardin have, the constant back and forth, the breaking up, getting back together, and Hardin's blatant manipulation over Tessa, which makes this book a cautionary tale on when to find out when a toxic relationship is happening. However, this is unintentional, because what Anna Todd has decided to write is, a really romantic drama about forbidden love. It's tricking its audience into a lie. Wait, hold on. Do I care about this book? So I've washed my eyes out with bleach, which will prevent me from caring about this book any further, because now I can no longer read or see. Nah, I'm just kidding. I didn't actually do that, but I did just take a shower in Domestos. I guess to conclude all of this, After is bad. The long version, After is a book. I think this book is 500 pages too long. I'll have to give this book 3 toxic boyfriends out of 10. Not good at all. After is like having KFC after a night out. It seems like a good idea at first, but then kind of like afterwards you feel like a lot of shit. I think we all need a drink after that. I made a severe mistake. That's horrendous. It was really bad. Toxic even. Just like our old mate, Hardin Scott. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you laughed. I hope you learned something. And I sincerely hope you stay away from After by Anna Todd, because you don't want that. I mean, if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider giving us a subscribe, like the video. If I get 100 likes, I'll do the second book in the series, which is After We Collided. But please don't like the video, because I don't want to do that. This is what happens when I read this book. A special thanks to my producer and close friend Brody, who last minute helped me shoot and edit this video. And thank you so much for sticking around until the end. Goodbye.